What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video with your boy. Now, in this video right here, we have Kanye West crashing the Diddy trial. Now, I've heard that allegedly he was a part of the freak with Diddy. Now, I don't know if Kanye is coming over here to testify. I don't know if he's just going there to listen to hear what's going on within the trial itself. But we're about to find out in this video right here, along with a lot of other shocking clips when it comes to the entertainment industry and just the world in general that will really open up your eyes. So you definitely want to watch the end of this video. Let's get straight into this. Let's see what's going on.
Kanye West, Kanye, do you think the Illuminati program is attack on Diddy?
What brings you here today?
Are you an iconic rapper?
I'm trying to. Hey, don't put your hands on me.
Know was talking about?
Are you into freak offs?
Are you into the freak offs?
She sound like she is.
No, Kanye's name was mentioned the day before that when the witness, Jane, was telling a story in which Puff I think he had attacked her at one time. He got mad and got upset with her. I think he may have put her in a chokehold or something when he found out that she went to one of the freak offs, but they said that it wasn't. It was a rapper who was married, and everybody, all the information that came out, it was pointing to Kanye West. And then it so happened the next day he comes up there. This is the same guy that got on, and I don't want to blow nobody else's platforms, that got on Drink Champs about a year or so ago before Diddy was arrested, talking about Diddy was a fed. You understand? F Diddy and all this other stuff like that.
That is true.
We probably should get our black ass out right now. Chad, we probably should. Come on. It's about to get crazy. We probably should get our black ass out right now, Chad.
What up, young
Excuse me.
Angela Carter here, live from the Cedar Grove flood disaster. Just kidding, I'm not real. This is Dana Brooks reporting live from Ocean View Beach. Just kidding, I'm not real. This is Charlotte Reed reporting live from Clearwater Beach, where an unidentified... Just kidding, I'm not real.
What is that ring?
Bro, that's the thing with the internet now. It's like you have to really verify what you're watching for. You can't really believe anything at this point. I mean, that's how it was before. You can't believe everything on the internet. It's just more now than ever.
That's crazy. I can't tell what that is.
I'm a dad, I'm a husband. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're on the sidewalk, Joe.
I don't give a if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being. You're standing around my car. At the beach. You know what I'm saying? You don't think I'm a real guy, do you? You're gonna take this video out of context. You're gonna say I'm mad. I don't know who the paying you to provoke me, but I'm not the one. Okay? Stop provoking me. I'm a real dad, a real husband, a real man.
All right,
so don't do this to me. Okay?
All right, cool.
I'm not to be with. I don't know who's paying you to with me or provoke me, but I'm not the one. I don't care that you're on the sidewalk. I don't care what kind of dirty work, what kind of nasty you're getting paid in the background to provoke me, bro, but I'm not the one. I'm really not the one. I don't care that you're on the sidewalk, bro.
Justin standing
Clearly you're here for an alternate agenda. Why would you want to be here to provoke me like this? This isn't love.
You're not provoking, Justin.
This isn't love, bro. This is weird, bro. Y'all are on some real weird shit. Literally.
All right, have a good night, Justin.
Okay, then go then have a good night somewhere else, man, for real.
All right,
because I'm not going to stand around here and let this happen. No sir. No way. No how.
All right, cool.
This is the beach.
You guys
They
have
get
a
to be
room,
at the beach. They do. They do. They get to be at the beach.
I literally took...
At this point, Justin Bieber is probably having like nightmares of paparazzi. It is pretty weird. You have to think about it. Like, I've had a stalker before. Paparazzi is like multiple stalkers following you around, taking pictures and flat. Like he's been having flashing lights in his face for the past since he was 14.
One sip of my beverage and the whole side of my face felt like I had a stroke.
When I was at Diddy's parties, I met Diddy.
Just be aware. Diddy's the host and Diddy is the leader.
We were like these little rabbits, and they were like these wolves that would surround you, and you felt like you were fresh meat. Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why every global crisis seems to come with a perfect solution already lined up? Let me introduce you to the Hegelian dialectic, which was actually originated in the 1800s for philosophical progress, but then later manipulated for politics and revolution. Basically, in other terms, it's what the evil elites of this world use to keep us controlled. They create the problem, they create the reaction, and they create the solution.
Before Diddy party. After Diddy party. Damn, bruh. He done got bopped out. Sheesh.
Damn, where's it going? It's right there. Somebody is walking on the mother freaking clouds.
Something is walking on them clouds.
What is that?
It's a body. Look.
It showed this. That's a person.
That's my guy. Jesus.
That's crazy. We not supposed to see that. We're not supposed to see that.
That does look crazy.
Something gonna happen.
Best way to understand the United Nations is really as a front for a group of people. If you think of the UN as it's portrayed in education, as it's portrayed in the media, you imagine like, oh, the world is coming together and we're singing Kumbaya. But that's not the reality. If you look, there are key people who make the decisions, and they're not always in the news. Oftentimes they're behind the scenes. Here in the United States, we have a number of secret societies that are very, very influential when it comes to this architecture of international governance. The Skull and Bones Society at Yale University, kind of a secret club where you find people like John Kerry, George Bush, etc. Then you have the Bohemian Grove out in Northern California, very, very bizarre secret organization bringing together really hundreds of the most powerful men in the world, presidents, prime ministers, cabinet ministers, CEOs of the big corporations. And all throughout the history of the United Nations, these groups have been really a critical component of the decision-making, the agenda setting. And it comes down to the individual level as well. When you want to look at who are the individuals that are guiding these processes, the Rockefeller name, for example, comes up over and over again, from donating the land that the United Nations was on to donating money to various UN agencies to kind of helping to chart the agenda. What should the UN be focusing on? The Rockefellers and their allies keep coming up over and over and over again. When we talk about the UN, we really need to recognize that there's the doublespeak, there's the propaganda, that it's just the nations of the world coming together to solve problems. And then there's the reality. It's a front group for a group of very dangerous, very totalitarian-minded and ambitious individuals who, if left to their own devices, would rule over humanity with a
rappers before Diddy's party and after.
White boys mocking this shit and y'all mad at me, y'all can suck my dick.
Shit, Narwhal, damn.
There we go.
My bad, Nardy. You had me nervous.
Follow for more.
Okay, I just saw this creepy happen on national television. What the was that?
This man just vanished on live TV? That's what I'm saying, right? Everything is seeming like it's AI at this point. That's Diddy and Usher. Nah, but you peep the way Diddy be looking at Usher, bruh. Man looks like he is in love.
Oh man, we gotta wait for French, man.
We're here.
Run and get French. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if you wasn't starving.
Y'all ready to have y'all's mind blown, man? August 11th, 1987 HARP patent. Method and apparatus for altering a region in the Earth's atmosphere, ionosphere. These dates over here, is this the 80s? Huh. Polarized electromagnetic radiation is transmitted upward in a direction substantially parallel to and along a field line which extends through a region of the plasma to be altered. The plasma to be altered. Here's your little figures and whatnot, just basically showing what it is. Look below me. Directed energy weapons. Devices that direct a beam of high energy content toward a target for incapacitating or destroying the target. Well, so this was in the 80s. Pretty cool patent. So fact checkers, before y'all freak out with the fact check, I literally just read the Google patent. I'm not saying it's anything. I'm not saying nothing. My shirt's on the inside out. I don't really care this morning, man. I just saw it. I thought it was really cool, so I decided to read the patent. There's no underlying context of this or anything, fact checker.
Don't you just love these old NASA photos of them working on motherboards there? Look, she's obviously soldering something there. Or is she? Because if you've got a second eyeball, you'll notice something that's a little bit out of place. Like her hand. Let me impose that for you. There it is. You notice what's going on there? Yeah, she's got, basically supersonic hands that don't know heat. Yeah, obviously this is an ex-woman here at NASA. That's what they employ. They only employ people that are fireproof. Yeah, because this girl is obviously holding that soldering iron there and doesn't feel any of it. Her skin isn't burning off. She's looking like she's doing her job normal there. But, is it just a photo op and she picked it up and thought she'd, just show us and didn't actually hold it the correct way because she's never done it in her life before? Yeah, could it be that? Could it be that when you buy in sellouts...
That's probably just a NASA model.
...to toe the line, you don't actually get the genius effect, do you? Now, you get what is available is the best way to say it, folks. And that is NASA for you.
This is the size of a 35-inch freaking mud tire. It just goes all the way to the roof.
Damn.
Oh my God. Yellow jacket nest.
How old are you? I low-key stopped counting, bro. Like, cause I look in the mirror.
We're over 18. We're all men here.
I'm like, man, I look the same as when I was 19.
Yeah, how do you look so young? What's your secret?
Hairline.
What's your secret?
Like,
So in section 43201,
he's literally not even hiding it anymore. Saying blood. I mean, if you haven't heard of adrenochrome, look it up.
Coney Island, he was on display. They had just invented the incubator. He was.
You could literally tell me anything, I'd believe.
No, it's true.
Your mom was an orphan. Your dad left home.
He was an orphan also.
What did each of them tell you about their situations growing up?
They didn't talk much about it.
The best way to hide something is to not hide it at all. So we're in Plaza Castilla right now in Madrid, and it's really cool because people walk by this every single day, and they don't know because they don't see the hidden Masonic symbolism here. So it's actually really cool. So in the first temple period, King Solomon, David's son, he was instructed to build 2 columns outside the temple, Boaz and Hakim, okay? To this day, every single Masonic temple is required to have 2 columns outside the entrance. Now, if you're a city of consequence, you will have obelisks, right? Now, the thing you're supposed to do with obelisks is you're supposed to have them situated on top of 2 intersecting circles, or known as a Vesica Pisces. Why? Because the Vesica Pisces looks like a get, like the front end of a get, right? So it's a sex symbol. It's basically telling you this is the birth of something. Now, you have the birth of something, you have the entrance to something, right? So what is that behind this? This is the business district of Madrid. So it's telling you they're open for business. It's really cool. Another thing, very Masonic, you will see checkered patterns, black and white. So I'm going to jump as high as I can right now and show you something.
Can we get control of an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will?
My name is Kathy O'Brien, and I'm a survivor of MK Ultra mind control.
Project Monarch utilized a combination of psychology, cognitive neuroscience, trauma, and occult rituals to create within the victims 1 or more altered personas that could be then triggered and programmed by the handlers.
It actually changed the way that my brain was functioning.
Kind of like, quite literally, like Get Out, the movie.
Through trial and error, success was finally achieved. The experiments proved that certain inaudible sound waves will electronically encode messages into victims, allowing for silent mind control to take place on a mass scale and go completely undetected.
Then you have another report titled Underground Tunnels and Hybrid Breeding Programs, and you cover Bill Schneider's claims about stumbling into a network of deep underground bases with non-humans in them under Dulce, New Mexico. Bill died about a year after after going on this whistleblower speaking tour. And a lot of people think what he said was just too sensational. But you go on to add that Dulce is for beings that some say live underground. It's 160 kilometers from Scientology's Fremantina base, which is an underground complex they built for some reason. And it's 200 kilometers from Epstein's Zorro Ranch, which has an 8,000 square foot underground level and is said to go even deeper. And of course, Epstein talked to people about his hopes to seed the human race from this facility after a cataclysm. So more logs for the fire. Those pieces are starting to fit, wouldn't you say?
If you really want to get to the truth of the matter, you have to factor in an underground world. In my opinion, that's really what is at the heart of what's going on. Non-human manipulation. So if that's the case, then why couldn't reptilian beings shapeshift and hide into a human form?
On the back of your credit card, people see the hologram of a dove, and people don't realize what that represents. And that was when Jesus threw the moneylenders out of the temple with great anger. It's because if you were wealthy, you sacrificed an ox during that period of celebration. But if you were poor, you lent money or you borrowed money to sacrifice a dove. So that dove on a credit card represents you're a borrower and you're a poor borrower.
Egyptian-style sarcophagi in Japan. Did y'all know about this? And there used to be tons of these Egyptian-style sarcophagi in the Grand Canyon. The Smithsonian bought them up in all newspapers and magazines that reported on them, and I believe has either stored them or destroyed them. Currently, you are not allowed to explore the majority of the Grand Canyon. There are also underwater stone cities. That's
actually weird as hell. Like, you're not able to explore the Grand Canyon. Like, who the hell owns the Grand Canyon can say, like, yo, you can't explore it, bro? That should be, like, free land, bro. That's unacceptable.
Make any sense, guys. Why are these cities underwater? And our history books say that an earthquake happened sometime and it sunk, and yet there were flood myths all over the world. And like, doesn't that sound more probable? Anyway, a new friend of mine sent me a whole bunch of photos, and I just want these photos to speak for themselves. Notice how the camera almost feels unworthy of capturing them. That there's something almost unearthly about these buildings. And you can see the little horse and buggy people at the bottoms of these buildings, not responsible for the creation of these structures, but for the founding of them. That they founded them exactly the way they are, and then dug them out and carved their initials on them. And then all of our elites have written history books. Legit, guys, you're not allowed to go explore those sunken ruins if you're not an academic. The academics get to have a say on the narratives. And conveniently, all the academics hang out together in their ivory towers, and you need to kiss the ring in order to be let into the secret club. Some gross Illuminati stuff. I do not participate in those kind of shenanigans. And so I'm going my own way. I'm going to find the truth on my own, and all my cool friends are trying to help me.
Okay, after I got back from a short run, I came back to take a shower before going to work. And after the shower, I go into my room, getting dressed, and I hear somebody walking down the stairs. These stairs.
Yeah,
Clearly somebody walking down the stairs.
I'm already not liking the vibe.
And then I hear some shuffling, so I come downstairs. I'm like, hello? Nobody's here. No one was here early this morning. And I come downstairs into the kitchen, and this is what I find. Let me turn the light on. This is what I find. I'm officially freaked out. Nobody's in here.
Freaked out? It's time to move out. You know, no more time being spent there. You're bugging. Unless you just scripted this video to make it seem crazy.
All the cabinet doors and the drawers are open.
Time to sell the crib.
All of them.
Time to sell the crib.
I am not scared, but I am officially freaked out.
Yeah, time to sell the crib. Get your money's worth.
All of the doors are open. Didn't hear this kind of noise. I heard like shuffling. Like somebody was in here walking or something. And then I come in here. And these drawers are open as well. And the chairs are by the table but turned the other way. I mean, what the?
But my thing is like, what kind of house is that though? You know what I'm saying? That looks like a facility. It looks like a spirit is living in there or some shit. Now, let me not say that. Let me not go that far, though. But the house looks different. To say the least, the house definitely looks different. But, look, I'm not going through nothing like that. Gotta bless the crib in the name of Jesus Christ. Bam, bam, bop, boop. We living good. You feel what I'm saying? We living good. That's what, if that's true, that's what she gonna need to do. Has to. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, though. Smash the like button, subscribe, especially since you watched this point of the video, and turn on post notifications so you can catch me. I'll drop another video for you. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace. Love you.